We are live for Street Show on a Tuesday. Hello. Welcome. I'm Brianna. I am from Street Show. I'm here with Sarah today, Sarah Jagoda Larsson. I am so excited to hear her. It's been a while since I've heard her do solo stuff. And she is no stranger to Street Show. She's been out on Nicollet Mall in the past and Hennepin Avenue too, maybe? Both places, maybe?
Both. Yep.
Yeah, cool, good. So you know how it goes. Usually we're on the streets of Nicollet Mall and Hennepin Avenue most of the days of the week. And we send about 12 to 15 performers out a week in downtown Minneapolis. And it's a fantastic program. And we pay folks for their time and talent. And but this year, there's not a whole lot of people wandering the streets of downtown like there used to be. Lots of folks working from home. So we are bringing this to you from wherever we are to wherever you are. We are in places that are surrounded by plants. And you'll see more of Sarah's plants when I get off the screen. So we are pleased to pay Sarah and all of our talented performers for their efforts again this year, but also match their performance fee with a donation to a social justice organization. Those links are all in the show description, so please check out who we're supporting today in the show description. It is a theater, right, Sarah?
Yeah, I was really excited to see zAmya Theater as one of the options. They're an ensemble and theater company that combines the talents of people who are unhoused and people who are housed, telling largely stories from the homeless community. And I saw a production of theirs a number of years ago that was a retelling of The Wizard of Oz, and it was so good. So yeah, really happy to support them.
I'm glad you have a lovely personal connection that you've seen their works too. So their link is in the show description. Please check that out. Links to Sarah's music, links to Tip Sarah are in the show description as well. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please like and see who's coming up next. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday with performers from noon to 1 Central Time. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Hennepin Theater Trust and the Warming House, for helping us get this stuff online. We're here till the end of October, so please check in and share what you see here and enjoy a set of music from Sarah Jagoda Larsson. I will get out of your screen face and I will enjoy your music. Thank you for being here, Sarah.
My pleasure. Yeah, thanks to the humans who are out there listening. I wanted to bring in my sweet honey, Hava, I think you'll be in the frame if you sit there. Great.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
You can take to the center of the frame, but I'll be in this corner.
That seems
Great.
That seems okay. I was thinking about sharing music today and what I wanted this to feel like. And I had played a show the other night underneath the Park Avenue Bridge, which was our outdoor musical space. And a colleague, Anat Spiegel, came up to me afterwards and she was like, I love those songs and they just need more voices. Because so many of the songs that I sing come from Eastern European Jewish traditions and Eastern European tradition more broadly. And they're songs for singing in groups. So we were talking about that and decided that it would be fun to do for kind of the first half of this music time, a little bit of a sing-along. And the idea behind these songs is that they really are meant to be sung together, and they're meant to be technologies. They're meant to be tools and vehicles for you to express where it is that you're at. And I'm personally right now very stressed. We just moved into a new place. So this is like the one room that has no boxes in it. But only because I moved them right there. So I want to sing some songs that help us kind of like release some of that if we're down.
Love that.
Yeah.
I would love to.
And also, and this is the wonderful Hafa Kern, also an artist and writer and a wonderful friend. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do the nigun of Yagribon Alam?
Sure.
So this melody, like I said, a lot of the music that I sing comes from Jewish tradition, and this is the melody from I believe it's actually the Iraqi melody that goes with an old poem from the 16th century. And the words, which we won't say too many of, but the words really speak to the feeling of being in so much awe and appreciation of the power of the world around us and the powers beyond us, and that they're in charge and we're not in charge. And that's both to me such a relief and such an amazing thing to celebrate. Something like we know different versions of this melody.
Yeah.
Or I am making mistakes, and that's okay too.
I'm just trying to follow along.
Do you remember, maybe we didn't actually learn all the words together, but the song Schnirala Perla?
I don't know any of the
You know
words.
the words? Okay. Well, we could do lighted ice on it.
Great.
And then some words too. I have been learning a lot from some amazing singers, including members of the band The Klezmatics. And I wish I knew more of the history of this song. I've kind of been meaning to look into more of the history, but it's definitely a song that they've carried with them in all of their performances for the last 20 years, 25 years. Amazing. And this song is in Yiddish, and it says, Schnirrele Perle Gildene von Mashiach ben David Zis Oifenon, which means a pearl necklace, a golden tapestry, a golden flag. The Messiah is above them all, which is like such a simple, folky imagery. And what I like about so many of these songs, I think they provide an easy access point to very big and weird and scary things. So being like, oh yeah, this like beautiful like piece of gold that I saw one time was so amazing. But maybe the hope that we have for a better world is even better than that. Like, whoa. And the song also says, may the Messiah come this very year. And I don't know exactly what I think about that, like literal meaning, but definitely the image around the idea of redemption in whatever way it may come is really important. I feel like it pushes so many of us to keep on hoping and keep on sticking together through it all, because this is the life that we have. This is the world that we have. But if you are feeling some desire for redemption, this is kind of the song to put some of that in. So let me actually, I'll like teach the melody a little bit, and then we'll just get into singing it. So the first part goes, Schnirrele Perle Gildene von Mashiach ben David Zis Oifenon. Do that one more time. Schnirrele Perle Gildene von Mashiach ben David Zis Oifenon. Let's do that on live. And lie, die, 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 lie, 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 again. I lie, 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 ya lie, ya lie, lie, ya lie, lie. Yeah. And the second part goes, Amen, Amen, das ist Wort, which means amen, amen, that is true. So, Amen, Amen, das ist Wort, Mashiach wird kommen, heintigs Jahr. Mashiach will come today's year, this year. So, Amen, Amen, das ist Wort, Mashiach wird kommen, heintigs Jahr. On lies. Lie, 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 again. Lie, 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 lie. A Schnirrele Perle Gildene von Mashiach ben David Zis Oifenon. Oi, halte Becher in der rechter Hand und mach de Brache auf im ganzen Land. Schnierele, perele, gildene von Mashiach ben David wissen eufen on. Halte Becher in der rechter Hand und mach de Brache auf im ganzen Land. Oi, oi, men wie oi, men, das ist wahr. Mashiach wird kommen, heintigs Jahr. Oi, oi, men wie oi, men, das ist wahr. Mashiach wird kommen, heintigs Jahr. Lai dai dai, ai dai dai, ai dai dai, ai dai. Yai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai. Yai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai. Ay, yai dai, yai dai, yai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai. Ay, yai dai dai dai, yai dai, yai yai. Yada dai 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 dai, yai dai dai. Yada dai, yada dai, yai dai dai, yada dai. Yai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai 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 yai. Ay, ay, dai, 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 ay, dai, dai. Yada, dai, 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 ay, dai, dai. Ay, ay, dai, 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 ay, dai, dai. Yada, dai, 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 ay, dai, dai. Ay, dai, 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 dai. Yada da, yada, 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 oh, yada, 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 ay, 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 die, 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 die. Yada, die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Yada, die, yada, die, yada, die, die. Yada, die, yada, die, yada, die, die. Yada, 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 Yada die 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 die, yada die bye bye bye, yada die bye bye, yada die, yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die. Yada die die, yada die die, yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die. Yada die die die, yada die, yada die die. Yada die die die, yada die die. Yada die die. Yada die 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 die, yada die 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 die, yada die die die, yada die, yada die die die, yada die 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 die, yada die 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 die. Yada die die die, yada die die, yada die die die, yada die die die, yada die die die. If my voice were louder, if my body stronger, I would run through the streets singing peace, peace, peace. If my voice were louder, if my body stronger, I would run through the streets singing peace, peace, peace. La da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da, ya da 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 da. Yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 da da Wollt ich gehad koyach, wollt ich gelaufen in de Gassen, wollt ich geschrien Sholem, 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 wollt ich gehad koyach, wollt ich gelaufen in de Gassen, wollt ich geschrien Sholem, 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 Sholem. Yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da 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 da, yada da da da, yada da da da, yada da da da. Yada da 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 yada da yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da yada da yada da yada da yada da da yada da 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 yada da da yada da da yada da. Well, I really need a glass of water.
Great. Can I get you a glass
Can you
of
go get
water?
me? Or I could sit here and you could say something.
Can I just make a request for a song?
Yeah.
You can say no, but can we do zAmya?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because it's a holiday. We can do zAmya. That's a great idea. Wow. Thanks, y'all. I like my microphone is now this glowing orb of light. So we will just orient towards this. Yeah, I was saying to Brianna earlier, I actually have been feeling, like I said, well, and I said it here too, a little stressed. We just moved. And during a pandemic, it's that much harder to do something that's already challenging. But I just am also really, really grateful that we have some really sweet friends who helped us and hauled all kinds of boxes, wearing their masks and kept our distances from each other and shared snacks across a big, long picnic table. And it is just such a beautiful thing that we get to be here in a lovely home that we've moved into and get to feel safe within. And, you know, for everyone who may be listening has had a different experience over the course of this summer in Minneapolis, but we live here in Powderhorn Park, and it in many ways was totally amazing to see the way that people turned out to support the creation of the encampment that was in Powderhorn for so long. And it really revealed the ways that we all have a lot further to go and a lot more work to do. I think just the amount of strife between neighbors around trying to figure out what is the right thing to do was really hard. It was really emotionally taxing on, I think, everyone And I think it like didn't allow us to like be our best selves as members of the neighborhood, in terms of responding to the crisis that is the lack of accessible and affordable housing. So may we keep doing better, and may we keep orienting around the most vulnerable of us and those of us who exist in the world in a way that maybe is different from our own way of existing in the world. And I think keep working for ways that we can each exist in our individual selves and individual families, where we make room for everyone to also live their fullest, healthy, whole lives in their ways, and that we do the best that we can to allow that to be possible.
Amen.
Yeah. Over here in this neck of the woods, in our backyard, and also in many places of the world, Jewish people are celebrating a holiday called Sukkot, which is commonly translated as the holiday of booths.
Booths!
What kind of booth, you might ask?
Ritual booths, not like conference booths.
Yeah, or like McDonald's booths.
Very different.
Yeah, ritual booths where we are commanded to go spend time and eat food and hang out with our friends.
And be joyful.
And be joyful. We are commanded to be joyful. And part of that is because we've just been through this very challenging, deep diving holiday season. And so now we get to spend this time and really appreciate what we have.
Come on the other side.
Made it. And
Did
it's
all that work, and now we're just here together.
Right. And it's a new year.
So
it's a new year in the Jewish calendar. Here's to it being a good one.
Amen.
But also I think extra relevant because we build these very temporary homes. This is how I was all going to tie it together. We build this temporary structure called a sukkah that we spend time in. And it is a beautiful thing. And it is a place we love to spend time. So this song, a holiday song, V'samachta b'chagecha, and we have a little bit of learning in our musical life and ritual life around how to say the words in this song, because the words are in Hebrew, and we've both been learning a lot about how our specific ancestors would have spoken Hebrew with a very strong dialect from the parts of Eastern Europe that they're from. But the way that we frequently learn songs nowadays is in what is kind of called modern Hebrew. And it's really kind of erased a lot of those dialects. So like the word, like in this song, there's v'hayita, which could be v'hayita or v'hayisa. That consonant could be different. So you might hear some of the like friction between different ways. But in general, the song says, on your holidays, you are commanded to be happy. Right?
So happy.
Yeah. So something like, V'samachta b'chagecha v'hayita ach sameach v'samachta b'chagecha v'hayita ach sameach v'samachta b'chagecha v'hayita ach sameach v'samachta b'chagecha v'hayita. This goes like this. So ach sameach, and the other one goes ach sameach. Yeah. And then there's a B part too. But once we start doing this part really well,
cool.
I could hop to the B part.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
V'samachta b'chagecha v'hayita ach sameach 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 ושמחת בחגיך, והיית אך שמח, 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 ושמחת בחגיך, והיית אך שמח. Yeah. Do you feel happy?
I do, thanks. That's great.
I feel happy.
Thanks.
It's nice. I didn't actually drink any of this when you brought it over.
Now you can. It'll still be here and later too. Thank God we have lots of water.
Truly. Yeah. And we're very also fortunate to find ourselves here in this beautiful land, so very close to Badote, to the center of the world, in Dakota cosmology. And those of us who feel really connected to our diasporic and immigrant identities know it's complicated to know where you land and where you belong. And yeah, hopefully we can also see a day where this land is governed more closely according to the traditions carried by the indigenous folks of this continent, because we have a lot to learn.
We sure do.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
I'll leave you to it.
are you out?
I'm out.
Hafa's out. He has class.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for enjoying his song. Thank you for singing.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me. For singing with me.
He's actually going, big shout out. He's going to go join his learning cohort through this program called Sfara. And they run a number of projects, including Queer Talmud Camp. So if any of you are hearing this and being like, oh yeah, I want to do more rad, queer, weirdo, traditional Jewish stuff, that's the place to go. Also I should say, Jewish or not Jewish, there's some cool stuff that they do. So thank you again to downtown Minneapolis and to Warming House for hosting these things. I hope it hasn't been too off track from the normal, songs in English that y'all may be used to. Just to kind of make up for that, I'll sing a song in English. Like I said, I study and sing a lot of songs from different musical traditions that I use in many ways as access points to learn about different parts of my own lineage and my own family history. So just last year, I started learning a bit more Irish music because that's the other side of my family. And I was lucky enough to study with Dahi Sproul over at the Center for Irish Music. And I didn't actually learn this song from him, but it's a really well-known melody that a couple of years ago I wrote some new words to. So the original tune is called She Moved Through the Fair. And a few years ago, I was going through a breakup and just really found that singing this particular melody was really soothing. And the words kind of came afterwards. So kind of here's to thoughts of learning from those hard places and learning from the ever changing nature of life. Oh, how can I love you and want to leave the air rich with roses, but needing to breathe, though certainty fades like a flower in the day. Oh, won't you come calling when you next pass this way? Oh, life circles on like the rotating moon, and you can't fault the flowers for blooming in June, nor entreat them to grow in, nor convince them to stay. But won't you come calling when you next pass this way? I dreamed it last night that my lover came in, and she moved so softly, her feet made no din, and she came close beside me, and this she did say, oh, won't you come calling when you next pass this way? Oh, there's people smooching outside on the street. It's really cute. I wanted to also, while I have the drone box out, play a song that I learned also last year from this fantastic teacher and singer, Ethel Rame. And she taught it at CLES Canada, which is was in person and this year was virtual, week-long music and poetry and literature retreat, celebrating Yiddish culture and also many adjacent co-geographical cultures too, including Romanian and Ukrainian and Greek and all of these different communities that have blended over many years. And this song I love to sing because both the melody is really beautiful and really heartbreaking, and also it is one of the first couple of songs that I learned that I felt like really spoke to specifically a woman's experience. And I've since learned there are so many songs that are this way, and in fact most of the folk songs are. But I just feel like, in a lot of music traditions, it's like, okay, cool, this person out in the world traveling, what I know of my family lineage, the women weren't necessarily able to do that. They weren't really connected to the world much farther than the bounds of the community where they lived and their family life. Until my great-grandmother, Sarah, left Poland under an assumed name and a fake age, and came to the United States. And so just the life of a woman on her own trying to make her way. It's really interesting. So this song says, he promised to marry me. He promised he would marry me, but he's gone off with another woman. I sewed myself a dress with 5 yards of silk, and still he went off with another woman. Is there any, or just as there's no red apple that has no little worm in it, there is no man on earth who has good intentions. Which I don't totally believe is true, but it feels so great to sing. Also file under breakup songs. This one's for all of you trying to do relationships during COVID. Here we are. Oi, hat mir zugesagt, hat mir zugesagt, hat mir zugesagt zu nehmen, und geht weg mit ein anderen Mädel, tut mein Herz mir klemmen. Oi, schlaf, mein Kind, schlaf, in dein süßen Schlaf. Als Gott wird ihm bezahlen für die falsche Liebe, das wird sein Straf. Oi, hat mir zugesagt, hat mir zugesagt, hat mir zugesagt zu nehmen, und geht weg mit ein ander Mädel, tut mein Herz mir klemmen. Oi, schlaf, mein Kind, schlaf, in dein süßen Schlaf, als Gott wird ihm bezahlen für die falsche Liebe, das wird sein Straf. Ich hab mir ausgenähte Seidenkleiderle, viele verschiedene Breit. Ich hab mir ausgenähte Seidenkleiderle, viele verschiedene Breit. Kein Gitz und kein Naches soll der Mensch nicht haben, was hat uns beiden zerscheit. Oi, schlaf, mein Kind, schlaf, in dein süßen Schlaf. Als Gott wird ihm bezahlen für die falsche Liebe, das wird sein Straf. Oi, schlaf, mein Kind, schlaf, in dein süßen Schlaf, als Gott wird ihm bezahlen für die falsche Liebe, das wird sein Straf. Thanks all. I think I'm going to play one more song. And before this, I'm going to bring out the banjo, which in doing so requires a little bit of also explanation, because the banjo is an instrument that has kind of a sordid history. Sordid history, you say? The banjo? How could this be? Steve Martin plays the banjo. Right. Well, and I'm just going to tune while I say this. So the banjo originally comes from instruments from West and Central Africa. And how did things from West and Central Africa get to North America, you may ask? Why? Through people who were enslaved from West and Central Africa. Right? So this instrument comes from a progenitor instrument that people brought with them when they were swept up from their homes and brought to this place to labor. And what ended up happening is that in the era of everyone's favorite genre of music, the minstrel shows, white people made a lot of money, created a lot of work artistically and performancely, doing caricatures and mocking people of African descent. And one of the really good ways to do it was to pretend you were a person of African descent and play an iconically African instrument, the banjo. So the banjo became really popular among white people during that era, and because it was being played in those shows. Now there are lots of wonderful people who play it and, didn't learn specifically from that tradition. Maybe they're part of the old time music community, or, listen to Bela Fleck or someone like that. But the truth is that this instrument has kind of been part of people of European descent profiting from this continued erasure of the African heritage, ancestry, and the existence of slavery. So heavy thoughts. But what I do with that, and I play this instrument because I listened to Bela Fleck and the Waylon Jennys, and that was 15 years ago, and I like that music a lot. And I only learned this history since then. So you're not wrong for not having known it before. But what I do with that is well, one, I'm also learning a different instrument. I'm also learning an Eastern European folk instrument, which I'm just not ready to play in public yet. But I also work really hard to credit and patronize Black musicians who are playing the banjo today. So like here in town, the really fantastic composer Damian Strange has been creating work on banjo. Rhiannon Giddens is an amazing woman banjo player. A project that she's involved with, Our Native Daughters, is really oriented around Black women and femme folks reclaiming the banjo. And so I would say tipping me is very nice, but if you can only do one, go pay them for this song. So like, yeah, Rhiannon Giddens, Our Native Daughters, those folks. And I am going to close with this song because it's kind of also a slightly sad but slightly hopeful message. And it is one that I have turned to quite a bit in the last couple of years in hoping that I am living up to everything that my ancestors worked and fought so hard for me to be able to do, and really trying to make the most of this life I've been given. Sorry, hold on. This is not, I thought we were tuned. I thought it was going to be okay, but it's definitely not. Water break for everybody. We will try this. Okay. I aim to live with no regrets. This I aim when I lay me down. At least I aim to do my best. Yes, I aim to heal this ground. So come with me and I will treat you decent. I will sit you down and I will fill your cup. And when it's time to lay me down, may I lie on good green ground. So I aim to listen heartily. Yes, I aim to tread softly. And when it's time to lay me down, I aim to lie on good green ground. So come with me and I will treat you decent. I will sit you down and I will fill your cup. And when it's time to lay me down, may lie on good green ground. I aim to live with no regrets. This I aim when I lay me down. And most I aim to do my best. This I aim to heal this ground. So come with me and I will treat you decent. I will sit you down and I will fill your cup. And when it's time to lay me down, may I lie on good green ground. Thanks so much.
Oh, it was such a wonderful set of music. Thank you, Sarah. It was so relaxing and also educational. Thank you for giving us little histories of the songs and not only singing in English, which is also lovely. I really appreciate you and your knowledge of folk music. Do you have a podcast right now, or?
I do. Yeah, thanks
tell-
for mentioning it.
Yeah.
I just recently released the first 3 episodes of my
Yay.
podcast. It's called Folk Will Save Us.
Excellent. I think that there's a link to more information about that in the show description. I think you provided that. If not, we can find you on any of those links that we put on the show description. And also links to Tip Sarah, but also to our great social justice organization today, zAmya Theater Project. Please check them out, donate there as well. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday from noon to 1 Central Time. We are Minneapolis Downtown Improvement District. This Thursday coming up, we have Mother Banjo. We will be running this program throughout October, so please tune in, like and subscribe. I think that's all I have to say. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, Sarah, and everyone at home. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and tune in next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.